Home is a place of warmth, a place of tenderness, a place of love, a place of fantastic smells coming from a kitchen. It doesn't matter whether it's my auntie's kitchen, my grandmother's kitchen, or a good friend's kitchen. Um, it's that general feeling when you enter a place and you feel the warmth automatically. I came to Weston about 7 years ago, and it's turned out that I really like the place. And it's become a place of sanctuary for me, a place where I feel safe. And it's grown on me to the level where I'm quite comfortable in remaining here for quite a long period of time, because it does feel, in some ways, like home.
I was born in Singapore because my dad was in the British Army. And 1969, we all moved back to Malaysia. So I grew up on Penang Island. They used to call it the Pearl of the Orient. And I grew up there and I got married. Came to the UK in 2014. I'm just coming out to join the art space. I volunteer at the refugee center. And it's part of a big family. I'm still getting used to it.
Well, living in Weston means home to me. It doesn't matter how far you travel, but as soon as you hit that junction 21 or the A370, and you know you're coming home.
I'm born in West Africa, in Guinea. So since I came here and I understand home is where you live and you have peaceful life. So I assume that Weston is a home for me now, because since I came here, I have peaceful life and everybody's loving people living here. So Weston mean a lot for me. Like, for example, the college here, because I'm in the college, and those teachers helped me a lot to improve my English. Because I came here, I could not speak English. And also the community, those people, some of them, because I am a fashion designer, I do clothing, so I sew clothes too as well.
My grandparents moved here in 1925, just before the general strike, because my grandfather was a collier. And my grandmother was so fed up with him being on strike, they decided to come to Weston. He was one of 13 children, and his younger brother went to America and ended up as a cameraman for MGM. My granddad worked in the gasworks, which was a very big difference, you know. But then my mother was 12, and they lived in Poplar Place, and then she trained as a bookbinder and was working at Lawrence Brothers, which is behind the High Street, was behind the High Street. And then my father came to Weston in 1936 because he was from Manchester and there was no work in the cities, and he saw this job advertised because he was also a bookbinder. He'd done his 7-year apprenticeship. And that's how they met. And they got engaged, and then he went off to war. And she didn't see him for 4.5 years. But he came home on the Saturday and they got married on the Wednesday.
But I'm currently living in Weston-super-Mare for the past 19 years, and that has been an excellent home for me. Obviously, I'm from an Afro-Caribbean background, so when I first came to Weston, there was not many people from the Afro-Caribbean or African community in Weston. So it meant reaching out to people and getting involved in community activities. Now it has, especially in the last few years, has changed drastically. It's a lot more mixed community. So community is where you see sort of people who you immediately relate to from your own ethnic background. And also you see people from all different parts of the world, and I'm comfortable with that.
I like living in Weston because it's like by a beach, and there's like some nice restaurants on like by the beach, and you get when you go eat there, you can like watch the sun. I just like living in Weston because there's quite a few things to do, but when you've been there for like a long time, it starts to get a bit boring.
I moved 16 years ago from Lithuania to England. Weston is my home now, where my kids going to school and college. I do work in Weston as well. I never changed the town. I moved here and I'm still here. I love it, and all people are really welcome to me. And because first couple of years was really difficult when I came, because I didn't know any language, no friends, obviously. I felt really welcome and happy, which is very important, you know? Home is where you're happy and feel good.
Everybody needs a home. Nothing else works if you haven't got a secure, stable home, a roof over your head. You know, employment, your health, your economic outcomes, your life chances and opportunities all stem from having somewhere safe to call home. Definitely more cosmopolitan than it was when I was a small boy. Somebody told me a little while ago that the primary school in the middle of town, there's about 80 different languages spoken, you know. I love it. It brings some colour, you know, and I like meeting people. So where I live now, up on the hillside, I can see across Weston, and that's a nice thing to wake up to in the morning.
I think home is more like freedom and happiness. It's like me, I'm from other countries, so I'm from Southeast Asia, so I'm originally from Bangkok, and I came here very long ago when I was 9 years old. So I came over to Weston quite a long time, and it's been 17 years I've been in Weston. So it's awesome, and I love it, so yeah.
Weston is a very fond place because I was born in Bristol and I come down to Weston-super-Mare when I was a little girl with my parents. The whole family love Weston-super-Mare. So I eventually moved down here, and I think it's how can I describe it? It's like a democracy. Everybody comes to Weston. People like Weston. You'll see all shapes, sizes. You'll see people having fun, coaches turning up. You know, you can come down on a bank holiday Monday and just people watch. And it's a friendly place. And everyone I know who's come from outside Weston just really love it here.
Home is hard to analyse because I had such a happy childhood in Birmingham, despite the war. But coming to Weston and leaving all the bomb damage and despair in Birmingham was just wonderful, just happiness. We were so happy to be here, away from all the devastation and enjoying all the things that were going on. But in those days, there was something going on all the while for the residents. Well, my parents were elderly parents, and so things like the tea dance at the Winter Gardens, you didn't necessarily dance, but you went and watched the dancers and had lovely afternoon teas. The evening dances were very popular because the RAF at Locking, the Locking Airport was in use, so the RAF boys came in and certainly expanded the numbers that were at those dances. Wednesday was young dancers, Saturday was any age dancers.
Home to me is more, it's not a place, it's more how I feel. So for me, it's my family, it's where I feel safe, and it's more like, home is like where I feel I can be myself. Weston to me is, well, it's where I've lived my whole life, and it's to me, it's a community. We're all different communities helping each other. For example, I have my own charity called Aisha's Food Charity, and I'm helping people who are struggling with food insecurity, financial difficulties, homeless. I'm helping a lot of people, and I have people like from Weston, local communities, who help me to help them. So I really think Weston, to me, it's a community-driven area. We all care about each other.
Home to me is like peace, togetherness, being yourself, being able to roll on the floor with the kids, eat what you want, just be yourself, not ashamed of anything, share some laughter, love. I love Weston because Weston is peaceful. Then it's not crowded. You see lots of the elderly, holding hands, talk, they engage with you. They're very friendly.
I've been here for mid-80s, so you could almost say I'm a local, but I found a community that welcomes art, my biggest passion, but I've also found agencies such as The Other Place, Western Art Space. Everybody's included, no one is judged on, and that is kind of like home is where the art or heart is. That's it.
Personally, I think home is where you find your peace, where you don't have to pretend, where you're assured of love. Weston is, I would say for now, my place of security, because I have my family here. So my husband, my children, it's where I go to work and where I meet amazing people, because for professionals, I think we spend longer time at work, more than we do at home, sadly. And Weston is what gives me that. So it gives me that sense of belonging, because I can identify with many people at work and then still go back home to my family.